Hey, what's up, guys? I'm back doing another play review on one of my matches. I like to pick out a random match every so often and kind of go through it, especially one with some good points on what I can improve on, because there's a lot of things that I can improve on and that I need to work on, and it's a lot easier going back and actually watching my gameplay for a second time and kind of critiquing it, seeing what I could have done, what I can do better, and it really helps out a lot. So this one was a pretty good match to kind of figure out some things I'm going to start doing different, and you know, anything I can improve on, because I know there's a couple major points I want to hit in this video. So right here I hear somebody upstairs, so I'm just kind of waiting for him, see what kind of move he's gonna make. Guess that's all he found was grenades. So I make my move outside, get up on the roof, see what I could do from up here. There he goes. He was really looking for me, see where I went. I do the same thing sometimes. One thing I noticed that's really hard to tell in this is when you are in a house and you hear the footsteps. It's really hard to tell whether they're above you or below you. Like it seems like you'd be able to tell, but it's kind of hard to tell. I got a pretty good headshot in with that burst. I'm getting a little better with the burst finally. At first I didn't like it, but now I'm starting to get better with it, and I think they did make it to where, you know, it's better. Right here. Right there, you noticed how I waited until he jumped and then he started falling. And then I took my shot and I got a headshot on him. So I've been really trying to improve on that. Right there, if you didn't notice, I passed up some rockets, which was kind of a small mistake. Not too bad of a mistake, but a small mistake, because you never know when you'll end up getting a rocket launcher or grenade launcher, and it's good to have tons of rockets on you. So I must just not have seen it. I think I was more worried about how many people are in the area, because retail here is usually loaded with people. So I was just waiting for someone else to come out of nowhere and start housing me after I got that guy. So I probably just quick grabbed what I could and got out of there. And yet again, I hear somebody again, and I spotted him right there, so I'm gonna go scope what's going on. And it was about one bullet, so that guy must have been really low on health. So, but it's nice finally being able to be the guy that gets to pick up the scraps afterwards. That's usually me. I usually get in a gunfight and somebody comes out of nowhere, houses what's left of me. So this one I kind of did a little better, going through, looting a lot more stuff. Actually got some rockets on that one. Get shielded up right here and then go back up there and get that big first aid kit. Right there I was switching for more bandages, because the one I had gave me 5, but I knew that other one was full. It must automatically drop that one. So you always want to pay attention, make sure that your bandages are maxed out, full stack of 15. And lately I've been watching and I've been getting a lot more material. I've been stopping for a lot more trees, a lot more material, and still trying to pay attention. So it really helps out, because I've had a couple end games lately where I get to the end and I build myself up a fort or two, and all of a sudden I run out of material, get really, really low, because then if I have to move, I can't build another fort. See, right there I started getting shot at. Didn't really notice at first. I thought the bullets were coming over from over here. Maybe I seen them behind the tree right there, I'm not sure. Wasn't really for sure where he came from, so I'm just trying to get out of there. He shot at me again, but you know, if I can't see them right away, I really don't want to stick around to, you know, let him pick me off by sniping me or something. So I just try to run off over here, and then maybe I can kind of flank around and get a better shot at him, and which up here I do. I see him start running right over to the left over here, right when I turn. There he is right there. So he had to have been maybe under them trees. And then, so, pop a couple shots. Of course I didn't get many, but I did hear some gunfire from over to my right. And then in a second up here, I hear some footsteps. See if we can hear them. Right there, they were coming up a ramp. So this is my new little strategy. Whenever I'm engaging someone now, and then all of a sudden I hear a second individual, I'm not going to allow myself to get pinched anymore, because it always happens to me. I'll see someone, I'll start engaging them, and then someone else will see us in a gunfight, and then do exactly kind of what I got from that other guy. Went over there, picked up the scraps of what was left. So they'll either wait until right when we get done fighting, or get right in the middle of the fight. And it's happened before to where I was engaging a guy, had a second guy shooting at me. You know, guy 1 and 2 may not have been aware of each other at the time, but they were sure both aware of me. And then, you know, it never usually ends up good for me. So that's kind of going to be my new strategy, is I'm not going to stick around to try to fight two people, especially when I'm the middle guy getting fired at from both sides. So I just try to find an escape route and then get out of there right away. So right here I'm heading to the circle, and I'm going to go find a good place to build in the circle and then wait for the one after this. Because I've noticed that's been getting me a lot further in these matches, is getting to the circle a lot quicker, like I had mentioned in another one of my videos. And then building in the circle. Right there you can see them floating in from a launch pad. So I spot them right away, get a couple shots, and then I probably knocked out most of the shield, and then I'm going to switch over to my shotgun. And then I'm going to go finish them off with the shotgun. Boom. I did it again. I seen them jump, I waited for them to fall right into my crosshairs, and then pulled the trigger. That seemed to have been working a lot better for me. Usually I'll spin and miss, or if you're really close, it's really hard. When you're right on each other and you're both jumping, trying to get headshots in each other, that's really hard, because that's very fast movements of the crosshairs. But if they're a little bit of a distance like that, and the guy previous in the video, and they're jumping around, I just stop, and I just wait for them to fall in the crosshairs, and then I take my shot. That's been working out a whole lot better. So here, take down a couple last minute trees, get some more ammunition, find a good place to build, and then set up camp for a little bit. Get myself a good tower. And doing this building has especially helped me out with building a whole lot faster. And just as I said before, the 1x1s just seem to be sufficient. I mean, they can take out the bottom and you fall, but if you're only 3 or 4 high, then you shouldn't fall to your death. If you start getting 5, 6, 7 high in a 1x1, all they got to do is take out the bottom and you're done. So I see this should be good enough height, and just kind of wait out for the circles. Like right here, I'm right on the edge of the circle. So, and I just kind of noticed that I should have built a little further in, but I'll still be in the circle. And then up here I build one forward just in case, so. And then right here I did implement my flat right there, and then my front. So that way if they do start taking it out. It's one thing I've been working on. Throw one behind me. Just for that little corner right there. So right here, the circle's getting fairly small, and we still have 9 people. So I was kind of trying to figure out, alright, so there's a gunfight going on over there. There's a couple towers that way in that direction that you can see them building. So that's like about maybe 4 of the people. Well, one's down. We're down to 8 now. So then there's 7 others. So there's still quite a few people. So I'm kind of expecting them to be in bushes. As you can see right there, I was like trying to get myself a little escape out of there. So then finally I just do that. And not sure what happened right there. You seen it break. I don't know if it just, maybe I edited it too many times. I'm not sure how that works exactly. But get that guy real quick. Got him. Jump down, go check out his stuff. And but yeah, I don't know if there's a specific time you can, how many times you can edit a wall. Not sure on that. Maybe that's why it broke after I edited it for a 3rd time. But either way, it got me out of there. It's always tough decisions, especially right at the end when you know you got to make a quick decision and you're not sure if anyone's trying to sneak up on you, and it's a tough decision on what to take. I couldn't take those bullets because I actually got maxed out right there. So I'm over 1,000. So then I just run over here, go explore this for a little bit, set up another one right here, build with brick this time because the further it gets closer to the end, I want to build with stronger material. Now I have 710 steel, so if I do end up having to build another one, if I have time, if I just got to throw one up quick, I'll throw one up quick, because I'm pretty sure that's what I do. But if I have time, I catch myself with a little bit of time, you know, I'll quick change the steel and then build up with steel towards the end. So right here, I'm right on those sides of those towers. I'm just trying to scope it out because we still have 6 other people, and the circle's getting fairly small. And generally, there is campers in bushes. There's campers behind trees, and they're just waiting for us to make a move. And if it gets one-on-one, maybe they can pick up that last kill. So I see a guy over there building. Obviously, I'd rather have the rocket launcher over this one, but because this one sometimes it just can't reach as far before the grenades explode. So I couldn't really tell exactly, but it didn't look like my grenades even made it close enough. So I kind of save a few of the rockets for it, and then I start mapping out where I'm going to end up having to go. See, I thought about throwing a window back there. Well, actually, that one, I just made it blue to kind of try to see through it for a split second, see if anyone was walking back there or anything. But I do end up throwing a window back there just to see, you know, if anyone's bush camping or anything in the back. Because we got a few bushes. There was a tower way over on that side. So right here, here's where I start peeking behind the trees, seeing what's behind me because I want to know what's back there. Shoot that bush, there's no one in it. So we got about 5 seconds and the storm's going to start coming down. So be like, alrighty, let's get out of here and make our next move. I never seem to get too lucky with the end game small circles right here. It always seems like as they get smaller, I always end up having to get on the move. So I don't know exactly how this works, but you know, to be honest, I wasn't really at this point in the game. Was, you know, there's still 5 others in this tiny circle. At this point in the game, I just wanted to get in the circle and hurry up and build me a fort. So get myself built up on a 1-on-1, and look at that. Then you can see they're already starting to pick on me a little bit. They see me building up, so they don't want to let me get too high, so they're going to start taking it down right there again. Just rebuild real quick. And here they go. I start getting fired at from both ends. It's like, damn, why are you guys picking on me? Can't even let me get a shot off. And then this guy over to the north, more north, he starts shooting rockets at me here in a second. And I know it's going to take down my fort eventually. And look, we still have 4 others. So I know there's one right there. And then there's one in the other tower. So that means there's 2 people camping on the bottom. Just waiting it out. Wait until we take out each other. Or they get a good opportunity, which is exactly what happens to me after. Here's one rocket. Rebuilding my walls so they can't shoot through them. And then he sends a second one. Pretty sure that finishes me off. So let's start making my escape. And right up here, in a few seconds after I drop, when I was playing, I didn't notice the guy that got me, because I was too busy worried about building, so both of these guys that are shooting at me couldn't get me. But I'll slow it down right up here, and you'll be able to see the guy that ends up getting me. I should have noticed it right here, but here it is, right at the arrow. Boom, he's pointed right at me. Definitely did not notice that. So it kind of sucked, but it happened. So there he goes, finishing me off. So I'll have to start watching out for that too. But that was a pretty good match. I still got 5 kills, ended up in 4th. Thanks guys for watching. I'll have more videos coming out soon.